So here's our cupboard. It's pretty much full now.
Pink.
Yay!
Success!
Okay, so here's everything that I picked today. August 15th, and we have way too much stuff, so we're gonna let people come and get it for free. Oh, the summertime is coming, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? I mean, the name kind of sounds like that. They didn't really do very well, but maybe once they get planted, they will.
Some of them
Do better.
good, some of them are kind of puny.
Yeah, I should get a shot of the
Got
Rutgers.
emulsion to put on them.
Where'd they go? There they are. Got baby tomatoes on the vine. There's some over there too.
Those are the Rutgers?
Yeah, these are the Rutgers. The rest of them I think are Romas.
Yeah, we did mostly Romas.
Don't we usually do mostly
Yeah,
Romas?
because they can well for like pasta sauce and stuff.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
Camera never wants to focus on stuff. Those sunflowers are getting amazingly big. Sunflowers are by backing up to them. They're almost as tall as I am. Pretty much as tall. This one is as tall as I am. Fun. I'm just filming.
Sorry.
Trying to find the...
Is that the ones that won't stay on for a day?
No.
More of a style, like almost like a diary, video diary. What are you putting it on?
I'm going to put it on our channel, but, you know, it's going to take a long time to actually finish it.
Okay, I got you. It's gonna be like a year, like long. I got you. Or do it in that instrument.
Doesn't want to focus. Tiny green beans. I'm going to have to be picking some soon. There's some more. Oh, right there. All along this row. So we broke the water in the house last night, or last evening, and we haven't had rain for, how many, do you think, a week?
At least a week.
So we've had already started watering earlier this week, and of course now we don't have water, so we've jerry-rigged a system where we have this 54-gallon container, and we've been hauling water from the creek. Unfortunately, that creek down there is dried out, but the one in front of the house, which you can't even see it from here, so I don't know why I'm pointing the camera at it, has water in it, so we've been hauling water, and now we're using a sub pump to actually water our garden. Mom says it's an easy fix, but it can't be fixed till tonight when our brother comes home, because he's the one that knows what he's doing. Anyways, just thought that'd be an interesting update, and also gives you more of an appreciation for people that don't have running water to their houses. Another thing I would say is that I'm glad that we have a creek, because this isn't the first time that we've ever had a water issue.
Oh, and of course the dog got skunked
Oh yeah, I forgot to say that. one of David's little dogs got skunked. So we had to heat up some creek water last night to wash him. Other than the water problems though,
Out of a Little House on the Prairie movie.
yeah. Other than that, the garden looks pretty good. No, I don't think I've done a walkthrough in a while. Just showing how they've grown. I need to weed this row, one I hadn't really gotten to yet, but Summer and I weeded this big bean row, and then I weeded this potato row. Lots of melons and zucchinis and squashes are starting to get bigger.
There's a little zucchini somewhere over here.
Where? One of these? I mean, I see lots of flowers.
I saw one yesterday.
It was on this side.
Wait, please don't.
I still just see lots of flowers.
Aha, it's right here.
Oh, there it is.
Yay. It'll be happy for some water.
Ooh, I want to go down and show them the baby tomatoes. Wonder how big they are. Lemon balm. I guess I should be saying what all this. Let's see, down there we have all different kinds of mints. Mint, then lemon balm. Got some parsley right there. Then the peppers, obviously. More lemon balm, more parsley, rosemary. More lemon balm. Then we have our echinacea or coneflowers. Let's see, what's down here? I don't really see anything. They're supposed to be in front of these. I think something may have ate it. Oh, maybe it was more echinacea. Basil? Yeah, basil. Little basils. Then there's the borage getting really big, and I still haven't dehydrated any leaves or flowers. More basil. And then this is Monarda or bee balm. Got a bunch of that planted. Got some more melon stuff. This is the one section of the garden we haven't gotten weeded yet. That's okay. It doesn't. They're bigger weeds, but they're few between. Then some black hollyhocks and sage right here. And then we got the dill row, which I need to go look at my cucumbers again. They might actually have to start being tied up. They're not very big, but they're getting there. We got our tomatoes. Lots of little babies. I've been slowly weaving these still. And kind of like, I'm not pruning all these side shoots, but I am like trying to keep them almost like an espalier tree. If you've ever seen those, where they kind of just go like arms out to the side. Because I've heard some people say that if you don't trim your little water offshoots on tomatoes, that you'll actually end up getting more. But when you're growing them vertical like this, there's a little bit less space. And also I like to kind of keep the limbs from the ground so that it's easier to weed and stuff through it. Anyways, I guess I shouldn't be just filming, but look at these. I think I filmed some not too long ago and they're already bigger. I feel like this is the earliest that we've ever gotten tomatoes. Then the little boxcar willies. Mom's hempies are getting big. The sunflowers are really big. The majority of them are taller than me now. Got a little break right here. See if I can find some pumpkins. Oh yeah, look at how big the pumpkins are getting. They're not just little leader leaves anymore. Those ones are getting real big. Boy, kid, you're just following me today. Yeah, very cute, Dwight. Well, that's the garden. I suppose I should get back to helping everybody be little pioneer women. It is June 17th, and I'm gonna pick some stuff to start dehydrating today. I'm gonna start with the borage and then work my way down to the mints. Unfortunately, there's not as many flowers open as I'd like there to be. I was gonna do mostly flowers, but I think now I'm gonna do some smaller leaves and then whatever flowers I can get. There's more to come on here, it's just I wanted to do blooms today. Anyways, maybe I'll do some sage too. I didn't bring a Tupperware out here for the sage, but that might be a good idea. I can just throw them in the bottom of my bag. I've got a bunch of these little Tupperwares to put them in, just so the blooms and stuff don't get squished. Anyways, that's the plan. So this is another cool plant that we have. It's called St. John's wort. And it's also useful in teas and has like antidepressant properties. So I'm going to pick some of these as well to dehydrate. Our Monarda is also about to bloom too. So I'm going to probably have to do that within tomorrow or maybe the next 2 days. You can also do the leaves of the Monarda. Really need to get into this back garden and weed. Okay, so here's everything that I picked today. Over here we have curly parsley and lemon balm. And then over here's some lemon mint and peppermint. This one's the lemon mint, that one's the peppermint. Then we have borage, so borage leaves, more leaves than the flowers. And then we have more peppermint. It's the St. John's wort and sage. And then that down there is just shells from the peas that we picked earlier yesterday. So I'm going to put these all inside of this dehydrator and then probably leave it overnight and check them in the morning to see how they are. They'll reduce down quite a bit once they're dehydrated, and also that's why I've got the little tags in there. Even though I'll likely be able to tell what things are just because I, picked them not too long ago, they can become quite unrecognizable once they've been dehydrated, especially like the different leaves. So it's always good to label stuff. There it is, all set up and ready to go. I've already got it plugged in. I put all the bigger broadleafs on the bottom because they're probably going to have the most moisture and therefore they're going to be closer to the heat source. Then I put the blooms on top so they won't get fried. Anyways, I'll probably check back in once I start to maybe bag them or put them in jars. I haven't decided what I'm going to put them in yet. I need to look inside of our pantry and see what we've got. But that's it. Not too hard, just a little bit time consuming. Getting real close to picking some green beans. Hoping to hold off until about a week from now so all the little ones are ready too. Because if I'm going to take the time and effort to pick, I want it to be worth it. Looking pretty good. This end, for some reason, is maturing much faster than the other end. There they are. And the potatoes are starting to go on a little bit of a downspout. But that's what they're supposed to do. You're supposed to harvest them when they all kind of fall down and wither. And then we're going to be harvesting some garlic soon too because it's almost the summer solstice. We plant it on the winter solstice and then we harvest it on the summer solstice. Although we might have to do it sooner than that because it's supposed to rain this weekend and I hope it does because it's very dry. That's them. Still lots of flowers, so that's good. Nice thing about green beans is that they'll keep putting them out for at least a couple of rounds. Mom and Summer are watering again. They sure are laughing about something. Makes me want to eat one. I might. They're not real appetizing to me at the moment. Well, today is June 19th, and I was hoping to wait until they were all big to pick the green beans, but I think I'm going to start picking some today because I don't want the plants to get too overloaded. I'll just have to pick them again in a couple days. Anyways, gonna get started on that. Moira, you're photobombing. So I got like 3/4 of this jug, which was actually a old cat litter jug that we've been using to harvest. It's much easier to have something rigid instead of having something like a bag. That's what we used to use. I see one that I missed. But I don't think I'm going to process them. I think I'm going to leave them in the fridge for a couple of days. You can do that if you put them in like a bag inside of your crisper. And then I'll repick again, and hopefully I'll have enough to make at least a couple of quarts. Sometimes it's not worth processing stuff if you don't have enough, so. You can also mix processing. You can do like the peas and green beans together usually. The times are a little bit different, but you can just cook the peas for longer. I think it's the peas that don't have to be cooked as long. Anyways, on to another task. Probably pick some more peas, and it will be probably the last pea harvest that we have this year. All of my cucumbers, their first little tie-up. They don't really need it for support, but if you wait too long and they fall over, then it's really hard to kind of bend them back out without breaking them. I haven't quite done all these ones on this side. They haven't really caught up to the other ones since they get shaded out much more by the peas. But kind of exciting. It's one of the first little steps. I really need to water in here and also need a weed, but when you've got the other big garden, some of the other stuff has to be kind of let go, so I just weeded in between all those sweet potatoes the other day. There's a few more over there. And we just picked probably what's going to be the last harvest on these peas. I think the sugar pods might put out a couple more, but we've just been eating those fresh, basically. I think some are freeze, like 2 packages of them. But that's it. I guess I also need to show you the birdhouse gourds and how they've expanded. They haven't got too much bigger. I had to transplant one. We'll see if it survived because I haven't been over there in a couple of days. So here's the birdhouse gourds. They've gotten quite a bit bigger. A few grew, another one, like the seeds must have been still inside the root base. But that's fine. That's the one I had transplant. It looks like it's doing pretty good still. Almost looks a little bit wet, which is funny because I know that was a couple days ago that I did that. Had a few pole beans actually reseed themselves, so maybe we'll use those to eat. Some fresh beans if they make enough. I highly doubt it, but there they all are. Oh, there's another pole bean coming up in there. Kind of excited to see it when they finally cover that whole thing. I'm going to do a garden walkthrough because we're supposed to be getting a lot of rain, and that means we're liable to see a big jump in growth. So here's the carrots. Onions. Got all of our watermelons. Getting way bigger. Got our northern beans. Potatoes. This row's getting kind of weedy too. Green beans, which I'm about to pick some more. More potatoes. Got all of our cucumbers. Actually have some baby zucchinis right here, and I bet you they'll actually be ready to harvest once the rain comes through. There's a squash somewhere. There's a squash. I've been kind of trying to divert these a little bit just so that we have a path still for them to walk through. Like these ones, I think I'm gonna just divert a little bit. They don't have to go all the way back to their beginning, but to have a nice walkway would be good. Moira, the constant follower in this garden. Another one. Just a little. Alright. Really the main thing I'm hoping to see some growth in is the stuff like all those little thymes back here. Hoping that they all get bigger. And then there's oregano at the beginning of that row. And then we got rosemaries, which I guess we need to plant this rosemary real fast. Oh, the echinacea, it'd be nice to see it get bigger. Well, how much you get?
Not a ton.
Yeah, basil needs to get bigger.
Yeah. I might pickle them with some garlic. That'll be tasty.
Jalapenos. Nothing else is big enough to produce yet.
The tomatoes are getting there.
And then our dill, it could probably get bigger.
I'll just start drying
Yeah, I
that
went
soon.
through and sort of wove these again, but the shorter ones keep popping back out, but that's okay. They are, you should see the Rutgers. Well, let's just walk down there since we're right here. Rutgers are getting pretty big. There's some side shoots that you need to actually come with some scissors and, but yeah, there they are. Pretty big. Size reference, my hand. That little bunch. Little boxcar willies. Getting pretty, they're a little sad, but that's okay though. All the hemps. And the sunflowers sitting straight up today. It's kind of funny watching the sunflowers because they'll change their little head direction to the sun. So in the evenings they'll be pointing in a different direction than in the mornings. There's pumpkins. They've gotten a little bit bigger. You fertilized the pumpkins, didn't you?
Yeah, I fertilized. Well, Mom fertilized everything over there, but I watered them again. Not the next day, but.
Uh-oh, a few little raindrops. The corn's a little bit past my waist height. Unfortunately, we're starting to see a few tassels. Where are they?
Taller though, even if it's past.
Yeah, they'll get a little taller.
especially.
But usually I like them to be taller than this before they start tasseling. Well, I might stop filming and pick some more green beans because
How tall the sunflowers are?
you can get up next to them for size reference if you want.
Foot and a half over
Yeah,
there?
they're pretty big. Are those the tallest ones? I feel like these ones in the middle are
Those
the
ones might
tallest.
be taller.
I'll say, go stand next to them. I'll come on the outside. Can't remember what kinds they were. I'm gonna get back off.
There's several different kinds right here.
We're 5'4", so they're definitely probably over 6 foot now. It's starting to sprinkle. All right,
So much
here,
for
you
picking
take the
green
phone
beans.
since you got pockets.
Let's see, when did they lay these?
Like in March, starting in March
I
into
thought it was
April.
like February, March.
Well, it could have been February too.
Anyway, it's been several months and they're still good. This is the last one and it was one that was sitting out, so I'm
A little nervous.
a little more. Well, there was two that was sitting out instead of in the fridge, and the first one did okay. It was slightly had like a stronger eggy smell. So I'm just using a rubber band to try to make my lines level and even, which I know that they're not.
Is there a place that I should stand that's not gonna get like?
Not there. That's the splash zone.
Okay. Is it separated now?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. The lining of the egg was keeping it together. So do you clean those out?
Yeah. But yeah, that one actually, it's not as pungent. The first one that I did that had been sitting out, it was a little stronger eggy smell, but it
Oh,
wasn't,
okay. So you've got the lining.
it wasn't
there.
rotten. But they don't come off cleanly like I wish they would.
Yeah, I guess I should stand over here. See what you're doing.
I'm just kind of peeling them out. Kind of peel off spirally. Bit by something.
Yeah, I got bit by an OCM earlier.
Poor cow can't find the way of the others.
Has it been just walking back and forth this whole time?
Probably need to like whack a path between the two properties so that that one did pretty good. Alright, I'm going to turn the hose on now.
Okay, let me know. They could be washed more thoroughly when we get them in the house too.
Well, I might scrub them harder now that I've got them all cut out here. I was just afraid with the storms coming all around us that I wasn't going to get done in time. That's a lot of...
And then you just blew that one out. You didn't cut it in half.
just because it was the double yoker and I kind of liked it as it was. Because, you know, what else do you do with it?
Anyways,
Go ahead and
spray that away.
spray it away.
Alright. It is June 26th. It's been a couple days since we finally got some rain. So I'm just going to do another garden walkthrough. before I start picking more green beans. The onions are really starting to become something. That one right there is almost store-bought size. Then we have our watermelon plants getting really big. Most of them have flowers. Some of them even have little tiny melons. I think the most noticeable difference is the peppers have all gotten way bigger. Got the northern beans. The potatoes are starting to go down. So we'll probably be able to harvest that row pretty soon. This row we planted later. And the little potatoes are actually new potatoes, so it's taking them a long while to get up. There's the green beans I gotta pick. And then there's baby cucumbers. You can see there's one right there. These are slicing cucumbers, if I remember correctly. And then we have those same summer squashes and stuff. There they are. One of the zucchini should be getting pretty big, but I can't remember which one it is. Oh, there it is. Hee. Pretty much eaten, almost eating size. There's more in there. Ooh, that one's big too. Can you see it? There it is. So we'll probably pick those in the next day or two, rather than harvesting the herbs like crazy. I probably should do some more today, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to focus on the green beans for now. Can't remember what all these are. Some of them have names and some of them don't. Anyways, it's kind of all the same. I know, let's go look at the okra. We're finally starting to get some little okras on the plants. Ever-present Moira. Are you the garden guardian? She's like, no, the plants get more attention than I do, Mother. Oh, there's some okra. Got some little red ones coming on. Lots of baby tomatoes still. Green. But I'm not complaining. Once they turn red, it'll seem like we'll always have tomatoes. It just takes a while for them to finally get to the red point. These Rutgers are the biggest right here. They're starting to get a little bit lighter. Let's see, the sunflowers are probably a good 7 foot now. 7 to 8 foot. Wow, they're really big when they're sitting straight up like that. I don't have anybody else out here with me to gauge their size. There's pumpkins. More pumpkins. All the corn. We've got a few tassels coming out. It's only a matter of time. It's actually going, like, now that we're in it, it feels like it's going much faster. Waiting for them to grow. They seem to be taking forever. It doesn't help that we had to plant them a second time. That adds kind of to the illusion that they took forever to grow. Gotta do some research on how to save some sunflowers. I'd like some of them to go to the birds just because it helps the birds out, but I'd like to save some for us to eat. These are getting big. Now that it's rained, we're going to have to really start weeding again. That's the garden. I think it's looking pretty good. It'll be exciting to see at the end of the year how much harvest we actually got from it. I was hoeing this row between the potatoes and the green beans, and I found what used to be a little rabbit's nest. I know it's not anything really that significant, but it's just kind of fun to think that we, in a weird way, provided a home for some new life. I don't know, it just made me smile. All kinds of tassels on the corn now. And little bitty ears beginning to happen.
If you look up close to the tassels, they have little hairs.
Oh wow. I don't think it's going to translate into camera. It's like I gotta make it. Maybe I can make it focus, darn it. There we go. Hee hee.
To catch the pollen.
Gotta catch that pollen.
Should have planted the pumpkins a little earlier.
Oh well, they'll probably still do.
They'll do. I just wanted them to help protect.
There's some more. It's really kind of hard to see in this modeled lighting in this video. Aha. Unmodeled lighting. Right there.
They're getting bigger.
Pumpkins.
It'll take a little bit. Probably for fertilizing.
Let's go look at the watermelon. There's one really decent sized watermelon. About the size of a giant jawbreaker. Giant jawbreaker sounds really good. Oh yeah, I guess I should film that as well. The okra. Man, did I lose that bag that was in my pocket? Okay, good, it's still in there. Don't like leaving plastic around. Ta-da! Pretty decent sized little watermelon. There's a bunch of little ones over here. There's another decent sized one somewhere. I don't remember where it is. I think it was over here. I don't know, but the plants are all getting really sprawled out. Summer had to move a bunch of them so she could get the tiller through here. Why does this seem really blurry? Has it been blurry this whole time? There we go. It's probably when I was messing with the focus. I don't know where that other bigger one went.
I think it's
Oh, there it is. Ta-da! Anyways, look at the okra now. Oh, you're picking some already? Whoa. Guess I
I
haven't
think I'm picking.
got,
That
go.
one can maybe go another day.
These are some right here.
Yeah, it's like I didn't even see the first one bloom. What's gonna happen?
There's the red okra. Is there any of the green okra ready?
There's still. Well, there's one that's got a little baby one.
This one's a lot more branched than the other ones. Here it is.
I haven't really gone down to look at all.
Yeah, you could probably actually pick these other red ones.
Well, I'll get them on the way back.
Like, we could have them for dinner. Probably not enough.
There's a substantial enough. I could
Go,
put it,
go stand up against those sunflowers because they're huge. They're probably getting close to 10 feet tall.
say we're 5'4".
Yeah.
They're probably like.
I can't even fit you and the tops of them in the frame.
They're probably like about 8-foot-ish right now. Some
Yeah.
of them have
Do they have flower heads?
You can kind of see. This one especially.
We need to have some research
Flower head.
time to look up how we could maybe
Like make
preserve
some-
some.
Like cheesecloth sacks or something to put over them so the birds don't get them.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Just like some sort of a netting,
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be big enough to where the birds can't actually reach through it.
but big enough for some insects
Yeah.
for pollinating.
What we could maybe do is the pollinating will occur before the
Yeah.
seed heads start showing. So that's a pretty good bud right there.
The
Anyway,
thing is, you'd have to get a ladder.
I know, we're
just
gonna
to get
have
up
bring a
there.
ladder out here to get to the tops of them.
And then let's look at
I
some
mean, when they get
tomatoes.
heavy, they'll eventually kind of go.
Yeah, that's true.
We'll say they're keeping the moisture, like the shading out, is keeping the moisture in the ground better.
Yeah, I just wonder how much
Wow,
actual.
the llamas are getting big.
You know, I wonder how much actual sun though. That's a lot of baby
Have a lot of
tomatoes.
fun tanning.
Yeah. Well,
The counter's gonna be covered.
I don't think it will be that bad. I'm thinking about taking that that old shoe rack that's in the tack room and cutting it in half and making like little hangers in the window.
So that they can
So that
finish ripening.
yeah, because if they like, I like to ripen them on the vine, but a lot of the times bugs will get to them.
I'm hoping since we've got them off the ground this year, that won't be as bad.
But you know that we'll still probably end up putting some in the
Look how
window.
much bigger these.
Wow, those ones are getting big.
The boxcar willies, and there's another kind. A few of another kind.
Look at how tall these ones, the plants are.
It's the Rutgers.
They're about to be up to the top of the fencing.
Are we gonna prune them, or are we gonna kind of keep?
I
leaving
think
them across
we
the
could
front?
let them do as much as they want, but I just don't think we should like let them flop over because they could break just inside of a rain or something. Yeah, the boxcar willies are getting pretty big.
And then there's like 2 or 3 of another kind. I can't remember what they were. And then a friend of ours just gave us a whole bunch of other kinds, like 3 or 4 other kinds. So we're gonna have to find a place for them.
Probably out there. Ooh, there's also some squash and zucchini. The zucchini can probably be picked. And
Look at these hollyhocks.
you got the dill starting to produce little heads. Yeah, the hollyhocks are getting big.
These are mine.
These are about to bloom. I've been picking the one at the house. I don't even know what half of these are. It definitely looks more
Those
like
are
a...
melons.
Okay,
Here, it
yeah,
says
it
right
says-
here. Mexican melon. Then, see if we can find a tag. Climbing small yellow striped melon. Oh.
Lots
I
of...
see many, like I see lots of flowers, but no babies yet. Wind take hold of it. There you go.
Let's say we've been
I
moving
moved
some of them.
some on the road till
Look at this.
earlier.
What is that?
Oh, there's like the banana or squash or something. I gotta find the tag.
Oh yeah, there's another one right there.
Here's the tag to this. What is this? Melons alicati.
Huh.
Yeah.
Our friend Randy gave us a bunch of different stuff, like unusual, so we don't really know what they are.
Oh, so it's gonna kind of be
They're
a
just,
big surprise.
yeah, it's kind of fun though.
I think these are
There's
like
one down in
banana
there.
squash or something. I'm trying to find the tag. I'm pretty sure she had one out here. There it is. Guatemalan blue banana.
So are they gonna actually turn blue?
Maybe. Yeah.
Is this an acorn squash?
Yeah, I think
Oh, my-
planted some. Because last year Allison cooked up one that was pretty tasty.
Where are the zucchinis? I probably would be better off on your
They're
side.
right here. Those could probably be picked.
I know, that's what I was thinking.
Because I don't really want them to get super huge because we're going to have plenty of...
I can't even find them in the frame.
Here, I'll move over so you can see
Like,
them.
it's so dark in there
They're
compared
right
to
here.
Oh, dang, yeah. Maybe we should just go ahead and pick those.
Yeah.
You're just gonna try to break them off?
You just twist them.
Okay. Let's say they were so internal.
Hard one-handed.
Yay.
There you go.
There's more over there, but I don't
There's
know
one
if
right here that definitely needs to be picked. Oh, dude. Well, that one could probably go a day more.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah, I like them when they're a little bit smaller too.
See, that one could probably go one more day.
Look, there's like an acorn or squash or something right there.
Yeah,
Must
it's
have
gonna be one
traveled.
giant mess, but at least we probably won't have to weed too much.
Yeah. And then our little squashies, crooked neck squashes, they're a little bit
Slightly
further
behind.
behind, but
It's okay. They'll catch up.
a
We're
bunch of
gonna
them
be
in there.
swimming in squash, especially because we put all those leftover ones in that
Yeah.
empty potato grow.
And then I know that we have some cucumbers somewhere. Where
Yeah,
are they?
right here.
Oh, there's one.
If you want to do the little gherkin style, that would be the size right there.
I don't know. I can't
Here's
remember.
a bigger one.
I can't remember if Mom said that these were the pickling
They
cucumbers.
look like the pickling ones because they've got the spines.
Honestly, I can't remember if they're
I
the
think
ones
other
that I
ones are
planted.
over here. Well, they're kind of spiny too, so.
They could be
But
still
they mature
slicers
out.
though.
Oh, look.
Yeah. So
We,
we're gonna
we need to keep an eye or we're going to lose track.
Yeah.
We're going to be so busy. Well, maybe we should go pick some more okra. That and peppers. I picked around the peppers, but
Picked around the peppers.
I put them in a metal pan in the fridge. That was a bad idea. They all turned brown.
The little times are getting bigger. Don't know when I'm gonna actually get to start dehydrating them.
You can probably wait another month and still be okay. They'll probably get...
Mom was supposed to come out with a bowl of, or a bowl for me to pick more borage, but it's
Well, I
taking
think
a
she
long
said she
time.
was going to take a break. So you might be waiting a while.
Might just go back in like I'm getting thirsty. Anyways, is that good?
It's alright.
Little box turtle? How are you? Are you sheltering from the rain?
I really don't need to be out here. I hear thunder, but I wanted to check and make sure that nothing was knocked over because we've been having a lot of rain. There's so much stuff to harvest. We've got thunderstorms in the forecast for the next 3 days. Hopefully it doesn't all go down on us. July 3rd, and Summer planted, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday?
It was
These
Sunday.
pumpkins, oh, Sunday.
Like they should be up any minute. Well, there's decorative squash, like board stuff in there. Up there's some that have come up. And I
Yay!
think I can't remember what one side's the Cinderella and the other side's the regular jack-o'-lantern. But yeah, all these ones. are
David
up.
was so concerned yesterday because he thought that he mowed them.
And I said no, they weren't up yet. They are now though. It's crazy.
Wow.
Quickly that can happen.
I guess it's also, you know, because of the heat too. Made it back up to the 90s. Tell you what, we've actually had a fairly mild
Yeah,
summer
no,
for
it's been
us.
great.
They're starting to actually kind of get brown skins now. Kind of looks like something's...
Kind of get brown.
Did you mess around in there or see like a big clump pulled
Yeah,
up?
that was when I weeded.
Oh, okay.
I pulled a big thing of Johnson grass up in it. Like, see, these ones have laid down, so they're probably going to go down. These ones haven't really done that yet.
But it's definitely like, I don't remember their skins being as brown last time.
Yeah. Well, they get brown when they cure.
Yeah, no, that's
and
what I'm
they would
saying.
kind of go brown, but then they'd grow some more, and they'd split, kind of like that.
Okay.
So, but I think they're pretty much done getting bigger. I think they're going to start going down.
Hello,
now.
kid. He's like, I saw you standing up there.
There's one bigger than a baseball over there. Which one is pretty big? They're the biggest I've ever grown, so I'm happy.
Oh, my
about it.
carrots. I keep forgetting to check inside the journal to see.
We need to figure out how we're going to store leeks too. Like, I'm not sure if they're going down yet.
I don't know.
We ought to do like a stir fry.
I don't know much about leeks, other than how to make potato leek soup. Anyways, I suppose I should come down. Well, we should probably hurry, and because we've got those jars
Sterilizing? Yeah, it was like softball size yesterday.
and now it's bigger than a softball.
Yeah.
We should try growing, like make a frame and grow one as a square or a cube.
We could probably like take some scrap wood and screw it
Hey, there's those
all
ones
together?
over there.
so that all we gotta do is unscrew it. That sounds fun. We should try
Okay,
at least one.
that's gonna be a project tomorrow.
Okay, I guess we should pick.
Yeah, we're actually supposed to be out here to be picking dill.
Where's the scissors?
It's on the black trough right there. They finally have poked their little heads out, so we're gonna do some cucumbers, make them into dill pickles. I only really like dill pickles. Some are like
do we want to pick ones
bread
that
and
are
butter.
like just budding, or do we want a little bit of flowerage?
I kind of thought the flower,
These ones are just starting to open right here.
yeah, like that's probably good.
Flower and stalk to like right there.
Yeah, sure.
Would it say 8 for your
Yeah.
recipe? The recipe?
There should be at least 8.
Smells good.
Think about it, if we get like 4 pints,
Ooh,
that's,
this is a big one.
yeah. Well, that one can be divided.
Yeah, I think the neighbor's recipe, it's only like a half a head of dill.
That one's nice.
3. I guess we'll just take all the big top
Jake
ones.
all the way back there. Jake, what you doing?
There are a couple more cucumbers if you wanted to. Here, that's 6. I believe. 3, 4, 5.
It's gonna be sliced pickles
5.
instead of whole pickles. So I wonder if that's gonna be a little bit strong. I guess we better take that one then.
Well, I can stop here at. We could hang this in cell block blue.
If you want to.
It's not gonna make it anyway. Well, this is 7, and we'll split the real big one.
Okay. Maybe if we listen closely, we can hear them pop. There one went. Let's see, today is July 6th, and we noticed some of our onions starting to go even more down. And the rule of thumb is if they bend down at the necks, then that means that they're ready to harvest. But if they're still stiff, even if they're like laying down, as long as the neck is still stiff, that means that they're still growing.
Kind of trying to dust them off as much as possible.
So after we pick them up out of the field, we're going to take them to a dry location and let them sit one layer deep on a shelf and kind of cure. They're supposed to get even more of a papery outside to them, and
Tell some of these are a lot more than like some of the ones that are still good.
a lot more what?
Like they're more papery.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yes, on
Well anyways, that's what we're doing. Old Wick.
So on this side.
Couple on this side are ready to go.
Yeah, I already went and picked through the really.
Big ones.
No, not big. The ones that were really down.
There's several over here that are really down.
Yeah, I was just trying to do it by kinds, but
Okay,
I
this
can
is the
just-
ones that our friend gave us.
yeah.
You can
I
almost
think
tell a
there's-
difference between the way that the stems look. It's like a much lighter green and these are much darker. I don't know if that's just because they're a different kind or if they're further along in some
I almost
respects.
want to braid these, but I think I'll wait till after they've cured to see if I can braid them. Maybe could have gone a little longer, but it's okay.
This one right here looks pretty darn ready. See how fluffy it is?
And how papery it is. You're not.
Anyways, I guess I should help. I just wanted to film some of it. Hi, Dwight.
Hi, buddy. Are you cute?
He's like, I'm coming in here to use the bathroom
Oh,
after
is
you
that what
leave.
you're doing? Gotta figure out what we're gonna put in here after these.
The rest of the garden. Moira, this one right here, scratched on one of those sunflowers. I don't know if you can tell, but it is not doing well now. It's that little one right there. We're very angry at you. But there's no use in
Like, I don't
trying.
care.
There's no use in trying to like punish her. She won't understand why, so.
Probably put the other ones up top so that we can keep them separated. Since they're a little bit weaker.
Sure, just.
I'm not quite tall enough to see up there. I'll step up.
I'm not exactly sure if I should like lay these ones down. If we have enough room, I could probably do that for now.
Yeah, once
and then
these ones start to get really dried out, you can cut them off. I think they said a couple inches.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is all of it for now.
Just keep doing it as they go down.
We're actually in our mom's hemp house, and she's got a little bit left over, but these shelves were free, and it's a nice circulating area, so we thought it would be a good place for them to cure. Anyways, it's not much more exciting than that.
It'll be exciting when we can like
Eat them.
do something with it.